Capital appreciation simplified. Now we're currently selling tickets to our upcoming event on the 9th of March that will be happening at Imbizo Chisanyama at Ebony Park, Midrand. So this is the start of a series of roadshows that we'll be doing across different townships, promoting effective ways of property investments. Now our early bird ticket is currently selling for only 180 Rand, but this is up until Sunday, and the price then will go up to 250 Rand from Monday next week. That's technically how then capital appreciation works when it comes to property, especially now when we're looking at new developments. I don't know if you have ever heard of off-plan, buying off-plan. So you'll find that the people that buy off-plan or buying in early stages, they will buy the property at much cheaper prices. Now, let me make it practical. So let's say now there's a developer who is now developing in a certain area and they're selling their units for 600,000 Rand. Now, the people that will buy in early, they're going to buy those units for 600,000 Rand. But now when the developer sees the demand coming through, then the developer now starts to increase the prices to 800,000 Rand. So now it means that the people that buy in later on, they're going to buy the same unit at a much higher price. But what does that mean now for the people that have bought in early? Now it means that they now have equity of 200,000 Rand sitting in the properties. Now, of course, there are a number of things that those people can do, those property owners can do with that equity. I'm going to cover two. Number one, I'm going to cover refinancing. So that owner can go back to the bank if they bought that property via the bank. So they can go back to the bank and say, Mr. Bank, I initially bought this property for 600,000 Rand, but my current market value is sitting at 800,000 Rand. So I want to then refinance this increased valuation in my property. So obviously then the bank will do the assessment and say, no, Gavin, you do qualify for that 200,000 Rand refinancing or further bond. We can call it that way too. So now I can then get this 200,000 Rand cash, which I can then go and purchase another property. Maybe let's say I purchase a flat of 200,000 Rand because I got it cheap. The owner was motivated, maybe they're leaving, and then they're selling this flat at a much cheaper price. So I get that flat for 200,000 Rand cash, and now I put in a tenant in that flat who now pays me rent, and then now the rental income that I'm getting from this tenant now helps me to service the higher installment. Because remember now, initially I went for 600,000 Rand, so I was paying the installment for 600,000 Rand, but now they've given me a further advance of 200,000 Rand, which now means that I now need to service the entire 800,000 Rand. So the rental income that I now get from this tenant will now help me to then pay the increased installment and even give me some money in my pocket as well. And of course, now it means that I have two properties, one fully paid up, and now I'm just servicing one property there. So that's technically how refinancing works. And then the second one is where now the owner that bought now for 600,000 Rand, they can go and now sell that property for 800,000 Rand. Meaning now that they pocket 200,000 Rand as a profit. Of course, if now I'm not going to be technical about the costs that are associated with now selling that property. But now if it's a new development, mostly it means that now there are no transfer costs, there are no bond costs. So it means that you just got free money, mahala. So that's how now, capital appreciation, refinancing work. But of course, I'm going to dive in deeper on the 9th of March, when I'll be delivering my property investment masterclass. So I'll be talking a lot around, tax write-offs. I'll be talking about the structure. Do you buy in a company? Do you buy in a trust? What are the tax implications? What are the protection implications around your assets around that? And I'll be covering as well different property investment classes that you can invest in, as well as maybe somebody that says, Gavin, I don't have a payslip, I don't have a property, but I want to really participate in property investing. And then we can also maybe look at rent to rent. So those are the things that I'll be covering on the day. And of course, there will also be a chance to ask questions, but also a chance to network as well. Please make sure that you really make your way. You buy your early bird tickets and you become the smarter ones that bought the property for 600,000 rand. And you can buy in maybe, let's say, 3-4 property tickets. And, you know, of course, because we're going to sell out, and then the people that now want to come later on, you can sell them at 250 rand and you now pocket 70 rand as a profit. You see where I'm going with this? And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. But please, guys, buy your early bird ticket so that you don't miss out. And I want to see you there. And I'm going to see you there, right? I'm going to see you there on the 9th of March in Mbizo Chisanyama, out in Ebony, Midrand, and I can't wait to see you.